Hi everyone, it's Pedro Baez, Go for Glory Stable. Today is October 5th, 2025. I'm the founder and managing partner, working alongside Charlie Longo, general manager. And please like or subscribe these videos as usual, as it helps the channel. And we are going to talk. This is the baby video, so I'm going to jump right into it. As our goal is to keep these videos kind of short. So let's do Adios My Lindy. She's first. She raced this week in the first leg of the um, Massachusetts Massachusetts, the first leg of the Massachusetts Breeder Stakes. They don't call it Sire Stakes, call it Breeder Stakes. And she was really good. She was actually, you know, Geologic was probably better on paper and the way he looked, but considering what we've been dealing with, not dealing with, but where Adios might Lindy, where her mind is at, um, it was good to see her just trot the whole way. So let's put this puppy on right now. So she, by the way, these horses are killers. They're all killers. Our Candy, Lindy in My Dreams, Cash Out Express. Those three horses are extremely good. So let's make this big here. That let's go back a little bit. Adios, my Lindy's right there on the five on the outside with Bruce Ranger. There's a four. That four broke, but that four is actually sneaky good. Um, and there's Adios on the outside. She's she's right now she's got all the talent in the world, all the power in the world, but as you can see there, she's not quite listening to Bruce. Bruce is Bruce is like trying to get her to the back or but she's just that's what Paul means by like mentally she's not quite there yet, where she's a little headstrong, especially off the gate. And there she is, she's rushing to the front, and that one horse, R Candy, or I think it was R Candy, that one horse is legit. Like when I say legit, meaning it's a really, really fast horse. And same thing with that two horse especially is a monster. Monster filly. So look, she drew this division was incredibly hard, that Adios is, but there she is in the front, 28-4. That's very fast. And the most important thing with Adios is she's trotting around those turns nicely, and she's trotting. She's trotting. Remember, I don't know if you saw the was it the qualifier? I want to say the qualifier where she broke in the qualifier. Um, just kind of got a little ahead of herself, but this is good. She's just trotting. I mean, she's not as smooth as bomb proof and smooth as you kind of want them to be, but she's fine. And there's that one jumping in front of her, and there's that two flying up. And 58 in one first half is very fast for 2-year-old trotters. So there, I actually thought Adios might break here because she kind of was like doing that little hopping. I don't know if you saw that. She's kind of like hopping a little bit over there, but she kept trotting. She kept trotting, and she was doing it strong too. So. Um, Don't worry about that one and two horse. Those horses are like completely, they're a whole different level of racehorse. Um, that's why, yeah, those two are a complete different level of racehorse. But and that four that just beat Adios My Lindy, um, is actually exceptional too. So this race went in 55-2. That was almost as fast as Geologic's race went in. His race went in 55 and flat, and he was facing a monster as well. So, yeah, this is 55-2 for the first leg of Massachusetts for 2-year-old trotters is ridiculous. So, meaning ridiculously hard. So that's why you need good horses. That's why we have to spend money on good horses to compete here. And that four, I forgot. I looked up that four because I was like, wow, that was impressive. She broke, and then she still came back and came in for third. And I looked up her lines, and she's a beast. I can't recall if she's a devious man or not, but she's that four is very good. It's excellent for George Ducharme. So yeah, that was a good race for Adios My Lindy. Very good race. She's now in on Monday tomorrow. Um, much easier, significantly easier um, competition. Significant. Which we kind of, it was really uneven. Her division in the first leg was like really stacked, where she had those like three really good horses in there, and now it's kind of like the opposite. So if you look at her race now, she got the five hole again, which actually kind of works out. Just the only problem is she's probably going to be on the lead again, unless that four flies to the front in front of us and we get a hole behind her. We'll see. But that's the four that beat Geologic, and Geologic beat her, and she's really good. She won her division last week, and outside of that, I think outside of that, I mean, there's one, outside of that, Adios should be there. So let's just hope, keep our fingers crossed. Let's hope things kind of go. We don't know how things go. We gotta hope she stays trotting and all this and all that. But this is a good race for her. I think she could probably be second or third, or even beat that Fairy Tale Money Horse. I mean, she went in 55 and 4. We went in 56 and 2, and that was when we dropped 3 seconds. That was a big drop of almost three full seconds from Adios. So this four is a lot more tighter, meaning she's been doing much stronger miles, more consistently, and she got 7 races in versus 3 for us. So it's going to be tough to beat that four. That's why she's 3 to 5. But I don't see why Adios can't beat these others and to potentially come in second here. So let's see how it goes. She might be able to beat the four. We'll see. Maybe she'll take a step forward. Adios will. So I think this is a good spot. I think we should definitely, if all goes well, we should hopefully be in the top three here. Let's see how it goes. So that's Adios. She's doing well, and her brother, Takedo Lindy, won. He won the first leg, 37,005, and he beat Moneyman in the 3-year-olds, and that's her brother. So that's what I keep telling everyone. Don't worry about um, don't wor don't be so against the trotting fillies, because when you get the trotting fillies, you get a whole separate angle to look forward to that you don't get with the Colts. So I'll pull it up right now and show you what I'm talking about. So this is Adios Lindy's pedigree. When we bought her, this Takeda Lindy never even raced, or when we bought her. So we got her for 70,000, and that was like a bargain. We were like, how do we get a Walner for 70,000 with this kind of pedigree? But then all of a sudden, after we bought her, Our Lady W went berserk, and Stamped by Lindy continues to race, and he's now almost 250 grand. Our Lady W has gone berserk since we got Adios My Lindy, meaning she's racing versus Corner Store in the 3-year-old fillies, and she's killing it with Linda Toscano. So she's this whole family is power pack, raised by Lindy, world champion over here, and then like I said, Takedo Lindy, he wasn't even on Adios My Lindy's page when we bought her, but look at him, he's 177,000. Not even sure if these numbers are right, but 177,000. No, I think they're right. And and he's got a chance to get to 200,000. Alamo Mission, he's still racing, and so he can get to 100 grand. So yeah, so Adios My Lindy, she automatically her Broodmare value is way up. Put it that way. In short, her Broodmare value is way up, and um, that's why you gotta just trot and fillies are great because it's amazing to have that second angle. So let's go to the next horse. We have the next baby, Geologic. I don't have his race because he was in a non-betting race. So we'll just pull up his lines. Actually, let's pull up his lines for Geologic. He has turned out to be probably the best horse in the barn right now. So everybody really lucked out with this guy. Um, I mean, he's 82,000. This just goes to show, like, he was 82,000. I thought we overpaid. I was kind of like, wow, 82,000 for a Captain Corey. But Captain Corey actually had a monster year. So he's he is legit. He is legit. And the Captain Corys were one of the top selling yearlings at Lexington. So he's legit. But you see this line, 58, and then he was 58 first half, and then he went a 57 and 2 back half, which is very good. 28 and 3 last quarter. 55 and 2. Wow. 55 and 2. It's faster than Moneyman went as a 2-year-old. I think Moneyman went 55 and 4 and he was beaten. And where Geologic went 55 and 2 and he was beaten as well, but still 55 and 2 was that's we got a nice it's one of those things where we got a nice horse with Geologic. He's kind of getting overshadowed because that horse that beat him, that Mother's Money is a beast. Like he's really a beast. But Geologic's really good himself, and hey, I don't mind $18,750. I'll take that any day of the week for showing up for a race and coming in second. So yeah, he had a big mile last week, and and he's a nice horse, and he's actually let's pull up his race is actually now going to be pari-mutuel, a betting race, and not on the non-wagering, and he's got the four hole. This Mother's Money guy got the one hole, he's 3 to 5 favorite once again, like we just saw with the Adios race. And then the interesting thing is they fired Brett Beckwith and they brought in Dexter Dunn. So that just goes to show what they, meaning Domenico Cicciari and the owners, that goes to show how they feel. And what they feel is that Mother's Money, they feel that horse has a chance to go for glory. That's no pun intended. To go for glory, meaning potentially to be in the Breeders' Crown, potentially to be in the Hambletonian next year. But all those big races. They're trying to get Dexter Dunn. This is my view. Is it looks like they're trying to get Dexter Dunn locked in because they feel locked in, knowing that they can probably win every single leg plus the final. So Dexter Dunn will make a fortune, and potentially Dexter Dunn will stay with the horse for the big races like Breeders' Crown and stuff like that. And potentially, if this horse is good enough, keeps going where he's going, you never know if you'll see this guy in Hamiltonian next year. Um, he's 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 been impressive. He's been very impressive, this horse. Like, even though he was beat in this race where he came in third, if you watch the race, he was so far back. That back half he did was something else, and they weren't. It wasn't even like they were asking him. It was he that one horse is some kind of horse. So Geologic is, it is what it is. He's got this. He's got. I didn't think that Mother's Money was going to be this good, and he just kept getting better and better and better every race. So it is what it is. And but the good thing is we have Geologic, and he's been doing kind of similar. I mean, not to the level of that guy, but he's been every race getting better and better and better. And I'm happy with Geologic. I like our guy. Um, these other horses that came in, Gus is, I'm not worried, but these are all like they're horses from Maine. You see Emmy, that's Maine Sire Stakes, which they actually race for pretty good money. So just something to think about later on. But but yeah, these horses from Maine, and then nothing really to worry about. It's a two-horse race. My guess is Geologic will be in front of Mother's Money or right behind Mother's Money, and it'll be by the three-quarter pole. They're going to be way beyond everybody else. That's just so we'll just see if we get second. Look, that's another what 19,000 or 18,750. I'll take it any day of the week. So um, that's Geologic. And um, we got Lovin' on Louis. I'm trying to think. Do I really? I don't. We can. Yeah, We'll just quickly touch on it. We got Lovin' on Louis. So let's just. He's our a Lexington horse we just picked up. I'm not going to go into detail because I do think we might make a Lexington only video or Goshen only video. But he looks really good, and just pull up his pedigree real quick. And he's a New York and Kentucky. He's a Crazy Wow. And Crazy Wow is actually sneaky good stallion. He hasn't been around very long, and he's actually been pretty good in New York when he was there. He's finally back to New York this year. He kind of went to Kentucky for a bit. Strange decision, but they brought him right back. And Paul currently even still has Balenciaga. He made over 369,000. I think he's now it's like 380, and uh, he was like a 250 grand yearling, Chapter 7, and he did great for Paul. He missed his 2 year old year, but then he came back. His 3 year old year, he was really good. So it's a good horse, good family, and uh, and with the Colts, he's a March fall, so it's kind of early, and with the Colts, um, the big thing with Paul with the Colts is kind of how they look. Um, with the Phillies, he likes to focus on the pedigree. He wants a good pedigree for resale value, broodmare potential, things like that. But with the Colts, you don't have that. So Paul kind of rely he does want a family. He does want just any type of colt, but and this horse definitely does have a family with Balenciaga and Solid Crazy Wow and the Solid Breeder and Crawford Farms. But uh it's more how from this Colts perspective, it's how he looked. So we got him for 40,000. We're willing to go up to like 50 or 60,000, and he just looks. I mean, he's a physical specimen. He's a physical specimen. He looks really good, and that's the name of the game with Colts. You kind of want them looking like a stallion, basically. You want them looking as good as possible. So that's Lebanon Louis. Let's go to Louis five, I guess, Louis V or Louis five. Um, Now we'll jump to Ma's Always Right. She is a international money. She's really nice. So she's the crown jewel that we got from the sale. $75,000 yearling, and she's an international money. She's eligible to Pennsylvania, and she's Massachusetts, which is kind of like the main reason we got her, and also Kentucky. So all four of these yearlings are Kentucky. So we can always race in Kentucky if need be. Probably in 3-year-old season, not probably not 2-year-old season. March foal, early March foal, filly. So that's perfect. She's from a uh, chocolatier uh, mare, and that's where she gets her good looks from. So she kind of has that like credit winner chocolatier body, like more of like a slender, athletic, racy type of body, versus like a Muscle Hill who's more muscular, or like a um, uh, Captain Corey or Chapter Sevens where they look a little bit more like long-legged and things like that. So she's um she's got that credit winner, beautiful race looking type body, and she's international money, and he's been I don't want to say underrated, but he has been a solid sire in Pennsylvania for years now, and he whatever he gets, like as far as mares, he produces winners and champions. So I'm very happy with international money. I've actually always wanted international money, and now I got three of them. So, so I'm good. I like him. I'm very happy with him. But you see, his family, like everybody produces winners. Five. She had five. This mare had five foals. Yeah, I don't want to get too into this because we got the breeder. We're gonna have to. We'll probably do a video specifically on the yearlings. But the point is, her pedigree is packed, completely jam-packed pedigree. So that's why she costs 75,000 because she has the built-in broodmare value. Somebody will want to breed to her when she's done racing, and so that explains why her cost was so high. But she's a really beautiful mare. We're very happy to have her and looking forward to her. So that's Miles Always Right. Let's go to On Tap Lindy. It's the other yearling we just came in with. He isn't, like I said, they're all those Massachusetts ones are all international money. Um, Very happy with that sire. Always wanted one, and we got him. So he is from a Cantab Hall mare. He was actually Paul's number one Massachusetts colt trotter that he was targeting at Lexington, and we got him for 40,000. And early April foal, which is good. And he's eligible three different jurisdictions. Very solid family. Winners all throughout. Even the dams are producing winners all throughout. So excellent horse. Excellent horse to take a chance on. Looks great. So we'll very happy to have him. So on tap Lindy. He is new to the barn. Um, and then let's go to Scene Lindy. The next one we got Scene Lindy. She was the one that we got for a bargain. And this was we got her for such a bargain that David Reed, who runs Preferred Equine, he actually texted Paul right after Paul got her, and he was like, "Wow, you got her for a steal, $22,000. It's ridiculous." So, when I saw that, I was kind of like, one of our people were texting me like, "Oh, do you think we got her?" And I was like, 22,000. I was like, I hope we got her, and yeah, we did. So same thing, international money, eligible to all three jurisdictions. She's a first foal from a Muscle Hill mare. So first foal from Muscle Hill mare, and name of the game is you always not name of the game, but one of the angles people look at with yearlings is you kind of want them to be as um, in the future, as current and modern as you can get them. So it's not it's kind of hard to get these Muscle Hill. when you get a muscle Hail Mary, you got your eyes kind of open up a little bit, like, oh, okay, because that can really pump up a family, and in a big way. So January full, which is excellent, excellent. You want them to be as close to January as possible. And she got a nice family. She got that Intra Mischief in her family, International Money, who was really good. 336,000 he made, and she's international money too. Not saying she'll do the same as him, but you never know. So but yeah, she 22,000 is ridiculous, and she looks pretty good too. So um that worked out very well. And all of these are they are uh in Lexington. They'll be shipped to New Jersey, like in the center Chesterfield area, where they'll be with the Van der Voorts to begin breaking. They break them over there. I mean, teaching them how to, get in the wear equipment and stuff, and then jog them and things like that. And then Paul will pick them up usually around, like, I want to say November, December, and then Paul will take them, train them a little bit, jog them a little bit, and then Paul heads down to Florida. So brings them with him. So that's the plan for those three, and very happy we got them, and excellent, excellent prospects. Those four actually. Um, let's see, seven Seagrams. This one, we're gonna do something a little different, and we're gonna show you her older sister. So we actually have to send an email on this because this is like really major news. We just haven't been able, like I said, things have been so ridiculously crazy right now. We haven't been able to do anything like that. But um, and I actually haven't seen this race. That just goes to show how what I've been dealing with. So Corner Store is the four horse Our Lady W. We just talked about that. She's actually in the family of Adios My Lindy. But Corner Store is the four horse. Corner Store was a $32,000 six pack filly, trotting filly at Goshen 2 years ago. We were running low on money and we were not able to buy into her and regretting it every single day of our lives. So that's that's how it goes. There's Corner Store getting to the front. Every time you pass on a horse, that horse goes on to become a champion. So that's just is what it is, and that's what happened. We had a choice between going to Vegas and Corner Store. We chose going to Vegas, and going to Vegas worked out well. But we'll get some money on the back end of this Broodmere. But this is something else. So that's Corner Store in the front. She's getting around those turns. She's so mature. You should have seen her as a 2 year old. Um, she had look 27 first quarter. That's just crazy. That's just and she's still going too. And she's a six pack. Six pack hasn't been getting any respect, and then all of a sudden he wins the handball and he starts getting horses like Corner Store flying around, and people start noticing that he's actually pretty good. I always love six pack. So look at that. 54 and 4. 27 first quarter, 27 4 second quarter. That's just that is just I mean, we got Pacers who can't do that. You know what I mean? Like we got Pacers who can't do 54 and 4 halves. Um, so that's incredible. So that is incredible. So look, all those horses in the back, I mean they aren't even close to keeping up. 22 and 3, so what is that? 58, 50, another 57 and 4. I mean that's just and that Our Lady W who's right behind her. I think she's like a 200 or $250,000 filly, trotting filly. She is extremely good. Extremely good. And look at Corner Store. I mean, she I mean, he was barely reminding her, and 51 and 3, 51 and 3 track record, Massachusetts Stakes record. For 3 year old fillies, fastest 3 year old filly on a 5/8 in North America. You know, um, what else? What trying to think of any other accolades about this unbelievable race that happened. Um, Fastest six pack ever. Fast. So everybody who got on seven Seagrams, that's her older sister. That's her 1 year older, 3 year old full sister who's also six pack and the same mother, so there's a six pack as well, so full sister. So um you all who jumped on seven Seagrams, good thing you did because you hit the jackpot. So what I mean by that is I don't want we paid 17,000 for her, and um, this is a grainy picture. I gotta get a better picture. We paid 17,000 for her, but um, as a broodmare right now, she's probably worth at least 50,000 as a broodmare, like pure broodmare. As a racehorse, like if we were to sell her as a yearling right now at Harrisburg, which we can't because they closed for the yearling sales. I mean, she'd probably go for 75,000, say 70, 75,000 at the yearling sales, because they would know that she has like $50,000 of broodmare value. Plus, she's a full sister to a horse that's just obliterated the track record at Plainridge and the stakes record. She obliterated it. Went from 53 to 51 and 3. So yeah. So congratulations, Seven Seagram's owners. This is now you see why we were targeting that mare, that filly at Goshen. And 17,000, we were willing to go up to like 35 at the time. Um, because we just knew how good Corner Store was. Did we know Corner Store was that good? 51 and 3? Didn't think she was that good, but this is the beauty of the game. So yeah, so everyone who got on Seven Seagrams, good job. If I were you, I wouldn't be trying to sell it. I would just or anything like that. Just you're sitting good now. You're sitting good. Um, let's talk about Solar Queen. Solar Queen's doing fine. She's doing great. She's a Mets Hall filly. Mets Hall filly to a Chapter 7 dam. We were actually looking at a she's just, by the way, both fillies, Seven Seagrams and Solar Queen doing fine. They're just jogging, getting their work and doing great. But Solar Queen, we were actually looking, if we didn't get that Lovin' Lon Louis colt, we actually were looking um at another crazy wild colt with a Chapter 7 dam, because we love Chapter 7 dams. So it's just how it is. Corner Stores, Chapter 7 dam, Seven Seagram, Chapter 7 dam, Solar Queen, Chapter 7 dam, Geologic. That's what I, Chapter 7 is the best. If we can get Chapter 7s, we got to pay a fortune to have a Chapter 7 sired horse. But if we can get it on the mare side, we'll take it too. So she's looking forward to Solar Queen, and she's doing well. She's doing well. And she's also a New York. She's a New York trotting filly. So we got two New Yorks. We got a New York trotting filly. We got a New York trotting colt. So that's all good now. Actually, and then we still have, and then the last but not least, second chapter. He's still just turned out right now with Paul. That's kind of be his story now, pretty much from now until next year. Um, and he's a Chapter 7 New York Colt. So we'll just gotta kind of wait and see and let him kind of grow and develop, and we'll see how he is next year. So with that being said, thank you for watching the video. Hopefully you enjoyed babies, and have a good week. Take care.